Hi, and welcome to MaroonWarlock Gaming. I'm the MaroonWarlock. We're going to start finishing up this Warlock's Brew. As you can probably tell by the timestamp in the bottom right, I took a couple days from finishing up this league. After losing 3 and basically going and playing for Pride, you got to take a step back. It gave me time to evaluate this deck a bit more on the side. We're not keeping that. That's slow. I've come to the realization that Unclaimed Territory is trash in this deck, but we're just going to keep this hand anyway. It sucks that we can't play Lightning Strike, but we do have cards to play. We're going to be in this awkward zone where I think I play Rigging Runner turn 1, even though I don't have Raid. Or I hold off and play the Trailblazer turn 2 then. If I had a land Runner and Captain turn 3. I think I'd rather take the slower start to get that runner at a 2-2 rather than a 1-1. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're okay there or not, but yeah, we're going to see how this goes. I already know based on the sideboard I need Graveyard Hate moving forward if I want to continue with this deck, because we have nothing for Godfarer's Gift. Martyr Vehicles was competitive, it was just game 2 was just a train wreck. And Grixis Improvise was just they got mid-rangey really fast. Or they got into their mid-range game, we kept a bad hand. I mean, part of these were self-inflicted wounds on myself for just bad play and bad risk-taking. But now the first thing I'd probably do was take out the Unclaimed and replace them with 2 Swamps and 2 Mountains. Because it isn't like we're running blue where Unclaimed Territory gets strictly better because it becomes a 3-color land. It's literally just a 2-color land with tap for colorless. But we have enough mana in our deck that we can get away with not running those. Oh, never mind. There we go. I'm keeping this. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than nothing. That was like the longest debate to mold a 5 or 6 ever. It's not a land, which kind of sucks, but I'm a huge fan of Kari Zev, personally. I think if anything, Kari Zev might have earned a 3 spot in the deck. We're going to say Pirate and Cry because they now know what we're on. I got some Wendy's, so it's hard to resist the urge to munch on things. Ooh, white. Ooh, map. I don't like map that much. Just the fact it comes in tapped, although you don't have to tap mana for it, but also only gets a basic land. The things that are conflicting. We're actually lead off with Kari Zev. It's more damage earlier. Like the Trailblazer puts in 2, Kari Zev puts in 3 across 2 bodies. I don't know if they could be doing it. Yeah, put in your hand. That's just, I don't like that card that much. Are you gonna push Kari Zev? Aww. Aww. I should have seen it coming, but aww. Yeah, we're doing this again. I'm glad I'm in a better mood today. This is why I didn't want to do games 4 and 5 on the same day as losing those first 3, because if this goes ugly, it would have been much more ugly, but, yeah. Alright, we got our 3rd land. We're a turn late on that, but I'll live with it. We'll start with the attack. I'm afraid to roll out the Captain, mostly because they might have kill spells still, because they got 5 cards. But no one ever won anything by not being aggressive with an aggressive deck. God damn it. You know, I did this to myself. I did this to myself. No one to blame for this but myself. I would have rather played the Trailblazer if I knew that was coming. That's right, this is a deck still. The one thing I will say about Standard when it's this open is that we've got a lot of decks that are suddenly viable again, and a lot of brewing. Oh yeah, that's right. It's first strike. We're gonna go with the Trailblazer. So, unlike my testing I did last night with a buddy, I'm not gonna be stupid with Unclaimed Territories because it's a bad land. There is no reason to not tap those first. But again, they're coming out of this deck. Oh. Ooh. 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 We're gonna be, I think we're gonna strike one of those. I don't want that. Go away. We're just gonna leave that in hand. I'm not gonna give it the dignity of letting that out. The bright side is this doesn't transform until you attack with 3 creatures, so that Legion's Landing is not as good. Yeah? Sure. I'm okay with that. Lightning Strike off the top? Peh! So, for context though, if these unclaimed territories were swamps and mountains equally 2 and 2, I would have had Black Source by now, based on how awful these draws are. Excuse me, hiccups. Yeah, we got a win. I think that was our first game win? Oh, how do you play against this deck, though? Oh, dual shot. I do like dual shot. I think March would be... I think I would take out 2, if not more, March of the Drowns and maybe the Walk the Plank or a Fatal Push. Something in here would probably go for some Exile or Graveyard effects, but I'm getting ahead of myself because I'll probably do more of that after the next game. I don't think Claim to Fame is worth it with the... they run a lot of removal, though. I don't like push nearly as much. I do want to give March of the Drowned a fair shot. They did run a decent amount of removal to kind of keep our board clear, and they're probably going to keep it up. So, we're going to give 2 March of the Drowned a shot. Yeah, this is a hand. We're going to keep because we're on the draw. If we draw a swamp, this hand gets a lot better. Without it, it's still a solid hand, albeit slow, again. I don't like the fact that we have these awkwardly slow hands. Good thing they didn't lead off with the Legion's Landing. That would have been a little... Alright. So we're going to do the Canyon slow. We do lose some draw power by playing that, but the logic being we play Canyon slow and Dragon Skull Summit, and we're basically good for the rest of the game. Yeah, I don't know if Cast Out's a good card in this matchup. I mean, it is, but it isn't. 4 mana to get rid of one of, like, an army of little pirate dudes doesn't seem too worth it here. Anointed Priest. What does it take to embalm 4? Okay. We're going to lead off with a Trailblazer, see if we can't eke out some free removal or a kill spell here, because literally everything else in our hand is strictly better. Oh, jeez. You can't see my face, but it was the resignation of this is going to get bad. Swing, please. Oh. Player land. We have the March of the Drowned as insurance. I just want to get the raid, just to keep them honest. That works too. Scoundrel. Next turn we'll probably play the Ruin Raider or the Dire Fleet Captain, depending on how this turn goes. Or next turn goes, rather. Settle the Wreckage wrecks our shit, by the way, if people haven't realized that. So I'm a little nervous. I don't get what's the point of that. Other than you get the free servo, I guess, but like, eh. Yeah, that's fine. I'd rather eat that there. They're down to 1 card in hand. We're actually gonna... I think this is the part where we start actually pulling ahead. I think. Knock on wood. Summit, I'll play. At this point, we don't need to play any more lands. Our curve tops out at 4. If we hit it and want to hit something else, cool, but like, yeah. I was going to play the Captain, but I think I like Ruin Raider a bit better here at this point. Because I already have Raid triggered, and now I can just pop these guys back for value off the March. Actually, this is a scenario where I probably do want to hit that 5th land just for shigs. We'll probably have Braid in the near future as well. Because that Anointed Priest is going to be annoying, but I want to do it in a spot where Anointed Procession doesn't just end me. Put this power 2/3. Yeah, it might. Eternalize is 4 and discard a card. Really? That's weird. Okay. Yeah. Alright, it's going to be tough to wiggle out of. We do need some other forms of removal here. I'm just trying to think what's the best route. I want to attack, that much I know. I don't want to give that guy an Eternalize on the Sunscourge. But I don't have a way out of that. I think we just gotta bite the bullet on that. That's fine. What's the other block? Okay, that's fine. I don't really... That's annoying. We're gonna do it that way. I do want to get rid of the Anointed Priest. I know technically the ETB is tokens. They have 1 card in hand, so I'm gonna start being a bit more aggressive here. Normally I'd play the Ruin Raider out there, but I want to flood the board as much as I can, because they're gonna start going off really fast. So I want to give myself as much of a buffer as I can before shit hits the fan. They cycle to cast out. Another hidden stockpile. They can pop the servo, get 2 more servos now. What are they doing with this card? That's something I haven't really been paying attention to. Alright, they're keeping that on top. Alright, so we're going to start going ham. Because we need to. For power. I think it's going to be Ruin Raider and the Captain. Karizev's going to stay back for a bit. Because we got to plow through their line here. Because I think the choice is you block the Scoundrel, the servo, and then you leave the... I think you just take the 6. Because once next turn rolls around, you kept what you put on top. You can eternalize Sunscourge or Anointed Priest and start gaining life back again. And then pop the remaining servo. Unless they have a fatal push in hand, then there's another issue altogether. And at that point, it's like you had 2 cast us and 2 pushes. Although, I mean, I had 2 Ruin Raiders and 2 Dire Fleets, so I can't complain. Yeah, like, that's the line. You just eat the 6 this turn, because I can't... There's no reasonable way I end up killing someone this turn because of that. Play the Ruin Raider. Trigger. End step. Scoundrel, that's fine. Yep. Ooh. Oh, balls. I hope they're smart enough to do that. That's solid. Man, that's obnoxious. Just doesn't really. MTGO, fix your shuffling. My God. Like, that's so bad. 3 of my Ruin Raiders. Like, I'm happy to see them, but like, dude, come on. That's fine. Like, that's dumb. I shouldn't have frickin' seen 3 Ruin Raiders. That's so bad. What'd you just... That sucks. Oh, jeez. That's right, that's a thing. I don't think I can wiggle out of this. It's happening way too late. And they hit another Sunscourge? Wow. Both sides, honestly. Like, that's nuts. I'll play paper. I don't have this much consistency. Alright, though. I know what they're trying to do now. You know, I'm really okay with that. As weird as that's... I know they're going to play the other Sunscourge in a few turns, which is why they did that, but, like... I'm super okay with that. Like, yes, please, use that to scribe, by all means. I'll play that out. I don't have to at this point, but... We're going to leave the Raider back. Although... We're going to swing Raider. We lose the draw power off of it. But my logic is I'm trying to protect these captains more than anything else. Because I think I can just power through with the captain. A part of that's a little ballsy, but... Look, I'll eat that. 'Cause... Eternalized Sunscourge. Yeah. So, we're in a losing battle altogether at this point. So what's the wording on Eternalize? Is it CMC still 3? I think it is. Let's see what we draw. Here's the thing, that at this point, the hidden stockpiles are going to get us. I would rather just go game 3. I can't stop that. Is Kite still worth it? I think it is. I don't like the Trailblazer that much in the main right now. Or at least against this deck. Put a push back in. I'm going to take out the Blazers altogether. A Braid. We'll cut one of Braid. Two of Braids. I'd rather have the push. Fun facts that are funny. Karizev exiling Ragavan is technically triggering Revolt. We'll play first. No. Not much going there. Yes, this is much better. They're deciding if they want a mulligan. Keep. Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3. So let's start doing our, let's turn shit sideways. Making my life difficult. We'll see if they trade. Yep, they are. That's fine. I don't want to use a push on a token like that. And that's half the issue. Let's see. They play a swamp. Hidden Stockpiles. A Desire turn 2, I think. Nope, Renegade map. That works too. My god. I can't win with that effing card. He's had in his opening hit in 3 games in a row. Alright, time for the freebooter, because I'm losing my patience with this guy having like 7 fatal pushes in hand all of the time. Create 2/1/1 White Warrior creature tokens with vigilance. Destroy you. Next turn they're playing this or this. I'm gonna take the Anointed. That's the choice. Anointed enables the deck. Alright, so they have a Swamp. What's this, all the revealed cards? Oh, start to finish. So as much as I'd love to play the Buccaneer out, there's no point. We're going to play the Raider instead. He played the Swamp. They played Sunscourge. We're closing that so I don't get confused. We have this. So there's a 1 mystery card. Another freebooter. Played that. I'm okay. Oh, it's an instant, isn't it? It is. Okay, that's why. We're gonna swing with the freebooter, see if we can't draw something out first. I'm just trying to... for whatever reason, my mouse's click wheel is starting to have some issues. So let's open up the preview pane. I just want to double check this card. Yeah, that sucks. Because that's if I cast the freebooter, they're just going to cast start to finish in response. Provided I'm not giving my opponent too much credit. So we're going to play the Buccaneer and Grasping Scoundrel. And keep push up. Trigger Raider. Yep. I don't like doing this on a little derpy guy here, but we're going to do that. We're going to keep the freebooter back because what they're probably going to do is do the finish half to get rid of freebooter. They're on Abzan? It's the first time I've seen green all game. But no, like they can do to finish on the freebooter to get back Anointed, and I don't want them getting Anointed back. That's fine. I'll live with that. Oh, okay. What are we picking off? Ruin Raider. Oh man, that's fair. That one's 3 mana to create a vampire. Got it. Okay. Block one there. I'll take the other one and the 2. Gonna swing like this. I don't know if we're winning this. This deck's not performing the way I was expecting and had been seeing during testing. A part of it is, like, we're just having awkward draws. Like, we're on turn 6 and I'm still on 3 lands and they've hit every land. I'm on 22 lands, which means I shouldn't be only on 3 lands at this point. Although, I don't think it makes a huge difference. I will happily derp over the top repeatedly. They have yet to give me a reason to not. Alright, so they're probably gonna hit a land. As soon as they hit another... Actually, they have enough where they can do that next turn. Where they can do the ability on the Aftermath ability to kill freebooter, Procession, and play Procession. That's what they're gonna do. I think you sacrifice... Oh, okay, that works. Yeah, and then they're gonna Procession. Yep. Pirate. Black 1. How screwed are we? Hey, I'll take it. Let's see how they do this here. I'm going to strike it. I know that enables them to do their Eternalize Bull, but I'm not expecting a win here. I want to see if we can try to cheese out something on the fly without them catching it in time. Although if I'm them, I'm probably Eternalizing right now. Like, I don't care what that card I just drew is, unless it's another... Oh, okay, that works too. Tap green, sacrifice a vampire after swinging with it. Yeah, you're gonna force me to block, because if I don't block, they get the damage and then do the same thing that they're doing right now. So they're gonna do that. They're gonna get their 2 tokens as a result on end step. They also have mana to pump out 2 more vampires off of a Danto. Like, Annointed is just so powerful with this strategy. We're going to try to keep pushing through, because there's no point not to. Yep, and there's that. Yeah, no, I don't think we're getting out of this. There's no real... Yeah, like, they don't even have to trade at this point. Like, they still can just activate a Danto. Yep. Sacrifice one of the tokens. And then scry. And then they just get an extra. They get a token right off the bat. Once they get to the second hidden stock. Oh, yeah, with the Anointed, it just makes 2. So they have effectively an endless flow. So I think with that, we're probably just done here. Because I can keep swinging, but they're just going to gain whatever I take back. And then once the Sunscourge Champion comes in, then it's basically over anyway. Because they're going to get 2 of those. And they have other things to turn the sack for the hidden stockpile at that point, that there's no wiggling out of this. So I think we're going to call it here. That's going to do it for round 4. We're not doing too hot. Again, we're playing for pride at this point. We'll see if we can pick up a win in round 5. Graveyard hate is something that definitely has to be put into the sideboard. I think ways to deal with that. And I think Sorcerer's Spyglass is like, what, that Pithing Needle? I might have to put one of those on the side if I continue using this deck in the future. But we'll play round 5 just to do our due diligence. But until then, that's going to do it for this time. We got one more game. If you want to stick around, we'll see if we can pull out a win. Thanks for watching. MaroonWarlock from MaroonWarlock Gaming. Deuces.